More special angle pairs. On the bottom of your definition list, we're going to be looking at adjacent, vertical, and congruent, and corresponding angles. Adjacent. Adjacent, they share a vertex in the side. They're right next to each other. So if here is a set of angles, 1 and 4 would be adjacent. They share that vertex and that side. 1 and 2 would be adjacent. 2 and 3, and then 3 and 4. So I want you to draw this in your notebook. Now when we look at adjacent, they really only happen when you have intersecting lines. So they intersect. So like these two would be adjacent. What you'll start to notice is that if this one's 145, its adjacent angle next to it has to make a supplementary. So that'd be 35, because they have to equal 180. Cool part of when they cross like this or intersect is this angle here and this angle here have the same measurement, because you have supplementary angles with 145 and 35. These two are supplementary. These ones that go across from each other are congruent. They are known as vertical angles. So let's go back down here and get vertical angles. Vertical angles are opposites of each other. So when you have intersecting lines that intersect, the ones directly opposite are of the same measurement. And when two angles have the same measurement, they're called congruent. This is our congruent symbol. It's an equal sign with a little squiggle on the top. Congruent angles, so vertical angles are congruent. So I'm going to make that same sign right here to know those are also congruent. So here's a little picture just showing two angles that are the same. The one that's a little more difficult is the corresponding angle. So these happen on parallel lines. So if you look at this angle right here, this 35-degree angle, on a parallel line, this line that cuts through it is known as its transversal. And if you take this angle here and you slide it on the transversal, you will know its matching or its congruent angle is right there. It's on the top to the left of the transversal. Those two are congruent. For instance, if you look at this angle, it's also 35, and you slide it on its transversal, it is the same angle as there. So this is a transversal. Corresponding angles then would have the same angle in the same position. And it only happens when you have parallel lines.